Hey you guys, another Bob Saget video. Got to give you what you want, right? So there's a doctor that I've talked about here and there, but I haven't actually educated you guys on who he is and why he matters when it comes to Bob Saget's case. So in this video, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a doctor by the name of Cyril Wecht. He is a renowned doctor in forensics, and he says no. What they're telling you is BS, and I would like the chance to prove it. Ask the family. The family's not going for it. What do you guys think? Check this video out and you let me know if you think what I think. And here we go. Let's get into it.
I'm falling. Shouldn't be trusting me, I could be making it all up, you know. You don't know me, I'm a danger to myself.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you are tuning in. This is Unapologetically Me, featuring me. No special guest, just me. So, thank you guys for your patience. I have not been feeling well. Obviously, my whole family has been sick, and I got it too. But we're not going to talk about that because I'm sick of talking about being sick, and we're just going to roll on in it. So I'm going to give you guys what you came here for, and that's Bob Saget, because as you guys know, I have been covering this Bob Saget case since it happened, and this is going to be my 7th video. So if you haven't seen the other videos, feel free to go ahead and check them out. They are all in a playlist on my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you would love to hit that subscribe button, I would love to continue to share everything with you. If you hit that notification bell, you will be notified anytime that I upload. And that way, you don't lose track of any of my videos. So, without further ado, I want to thank all of my subscribers for your patience in waiting for me to get over this nasty illness that I have. It's not COVID. I had COVID. We all did. And honestly, this one's hitting me harder than I think COVID did. I don't know. I can't say that for sure, but whatever. So I said, we're not going to yap. We're going to get right into it. So here we go. Bob Saget. Now, I have been saying from the start that this whole thing makes zero sense to me, right? I say all the time. Make it make sense. If you can make it make sense, then I'll listen to you. But since this whole thing started, nobody's been able to make it make sense. And all of you have seen a lot of my videos on this, and you are asking the same thing. Where does this make sense? So, I have recently, dug a little bit in deeper. Now, I have had some people ask me, what do I think about the daughters and their involvement, or do they have any involvement? It's very hard to find anything about these daughters of his. Now, he has 3 kids. He has twins, Laura and Aubrey, and they are 35. And he has Jennifer, who is 30, and 30 or 31. And those are from his previous marriage, his first wife, Sherry Kramer. And so they kind of have not really been in the public eye, and I can't find out a lot about them. As far as my opinion, I don't think that they have anything to do with anything. Yes, they are in on that injunction that Kelly Rizzo filed to keep all of those records private, but I feel like Kelly Rizzo is a certain type of person, and she's a very private person, and that is a fact. So I think that she is probably telling the girls that it is in their best interest as well that they keep a lot of this stuff private, maybe without even disclosing to them what all is going on. Now, I feel like she knows what really happened. Do I think that she's part of it? I don't know. I don't know that she's capable of she would be capable of pulling that off. But do I think that she knows what happened? Yes. Do I think that she's part of, the cover-up of everything? Yes. I think it might be more to protect Bob, though, than to protect herself like as if she did anything. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, she did it, she's guilty, she did this. I don't know. There's just no proof of that. And, you know, when I think about who does she know, I kind of think that this is bigger than her. But I do believe that she knows what's going on, and I do believe that she's helping to cover it up. So that's kind of my personal opinion on her. I'll just start out with that right away. But let's get into the proof that I have said this whole time, that this is not an accident. And this renowned doctor who also feels that there is proof that this was not an accident. So there's a forensic expert by the name of Dr. Cyril Wecht. And he's questioned the original autopsy from the start. The findings and everything just rubbed him the wrong way. And he even went so far as to offer the family a second autopsy should they, choose to exhume the body. He said that he would perform a second autopsy. And he also said that there needs to be another private investigation that goes into the hotel and, performs a whole separate private investigation, separate from police and everything else. He has offered these things to the family, and they do not want to take it. So we have that issue. So Dr. Wecht has already offered those things, and now after looking at some of the death scene photos, which we have all seen by now, and if not, you can check out my videos on that, Dr. Wecht has said that these photographs are proof that the fatal blow to Bob Saget's head could not have been caused by a simple accidental fall. So Dr. Wecht has said, and this is a quote from him, "The photographs substantiate very firmly my belief that there is no way that he could have sustained the multiplicity and anatomical variations of all of those head injuries by striking his head on the floor or against the headboard. They are padded! Exclamation point. The floor is padded. The headboard padded." And then he goes on to say, "I don't like to be absolute, but in this case, I am sure." Okay, so he also added, "It was a blow that produced injuries in the frontal and occipital areas of the brain, as well as other areas, which is just not possible." What he is saying here is a fall is not going to cause all those injuries. It's just not possible. And it's something that I have said from the start. You can go check out my video, 8 Injuries. It's cringy as all get out. I messed with the color on it. It's the color, whatever. It's cringy, but there's a lot of information in there, and it's all based on facts and other experts who have looked at the autopsy results. So forensic experts from around the country have all now had a chance to view all of this, and they've come forward publicly from the start, a lot of them, to question this investigation, including one expert who compared the injuries to someone being bashed in the head with a baseball bat or falling from 30 feet. Now, we all know this because you've seen many of my videos on this subject, and we have been on to this shoddy investigation from the start. But a lot of experts are now coming forward with the same questions that myself and some other YouTubers have had from the very beginning. And we got a lot of flack for this at the beginning, but as more comes out, you can see we are not off of our rocker trying to start a conspiracy theory here. There is something going on here. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Prove to me that I'm wrong, and I'll shut up. But nobody's going to be able to do that because this whole case reeks of a cover-up. So, aren't you guys glad everyone's finally catching up with us? I know I am. So Dr. Wecht called for a second autopsy, plus a deep dig into the investigation by authorities to see if someone entered Saget's room before his death. Because remember, they've shown us, these body cam footage that's all a bunch of BS. They've shown us these crime scene photos that look staged, in my opinion. They have not shown us anything that proves that nobody entered that hotel room. And when we look at the original incident report, there are redacted statements where the surveillance footage was talked about. And what is redacted there? Someone else that he could be walking with, someone else that could have met him in maybe the lobby. Something fishy about that whole thing. Now, there's something very suspicious about this case, and the family not pursuing it and not wanting to go any further is one of the biggest things that is sus as fuck to me. They don't want it. They don't want to have anything discussed, and the local authorities and detectives having absolutely nothing to say as well. I mean, they're not saying anything either. As far as I know, is something that is very suspicious. When everyone's quiet and everyone's trying to hush everything up and kind of sweep it under the rug, something's wrong. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. And I'll go ahead and say it again for anyone that, happens to stumble upon this video and wants to say, who the hell are you? Are you an investigator? Do you have a law degree? Are you a cop? Are you a medical professional? No, I'm none of that. I have said it before and I'll say it again after I got ripped down from my first couple videos. I am just a person like you, and I have a brain, and I'm not stupid, and I can see a cover-up and a bunch of BS when it is thrown out in front of me. And if you can't, I feel sorry for you. So, not to be a bitch, but I really kind of get sick of people asking me who the hell I think I am. I'm me. Unapologetically. I have a YouTube channel, I have a platform, and when I see some BS, I call it out, because it's not okay. It's not okay. And it's not just Bob Saget, it's everybody who is being wronged. You'll see, if you actually care, you'll see from my other videos. I like justice. I like the victim to have a voice. And when they don't have one and their family doesn't give two shits, I'm going to be that voice. Whether people see it, agree with it, or not. All right, moving on. Sorry about that little rant. Some of the comments that I've been getting really tick me off, and I just wanted to address some of that, but I'm sorry because you guys didn't deserve that. That's to the people who do deserve it. Now, I believe, obviously, we all know that there's something more to this case that would explain how he sustained all of these injuries. Now, you guys pretty much know what I believe at this point, and I think a lot of you feel the same way that I do when I say that it is undoubtable that foul play was involved in the death of Bob Saget. We have redacted surveillance footage, redacted 911 calls. We have a family that has gone out of their way to keep the public from finding out anything about this case. And we have experts that disagree with the autopsy findings, as well as the death scene photos. The public has been kept from the facts and the evidence in this case. Why? Why? If it's just an accident, then why not prove it? They have not proven that no foul play happened here. And that is why people are all up in a tizzy about it. Now, for some of you who don't know who Dr. Cyril Wecht is and where he gets off talking about all of this smack about this case, well, I'm going to tell you. Dr. Cyril Wecht is a world-renowned Pittsburgh-based forensic pathologist and attorney. After earning a medical degree from the University of Pittsburgh in 1956 and a law degree from the University of Maryland in 1962. Okay, so he has his degrees, he knows what he's talking about. Let's keep going on him. He knows his shit, okay? Wecht served as a county commissioner and Allegheny County coroner and medical examiner, as well as president of the American College of Legal Medicine, the American Academy of Forensic Sciences, chairman of the board of trustees of the American Board of Legal Medicine and the American College of Legal Medicine Foundation. That's quite the resume, huh? I mean, I wouldn't question this guy. He pretty much knows his shit. Now, I'm sure there will be people who say he is paid to kind of be a more conspiracy theorist type person, where he is paid to question things, maybe more biasedly. That could be, but at the same time, we're all questioning the same thing. And obviously Bob Saget is not the first person that he has questioned. He deals with a lot of high profile cases, and he has questioned a lot of them. So let me go on. For half a century, he has performed more than 21,000 autopsies and weighed in on more than 40,000 death cases, including high-profile cases, including those of John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King Jr., Elvis Presley, John Benet Ramsey, and Kurt Cobain. Wecht has presented his analysis on the JFK assassination almost 1,000 times, most notably on a national television, within the pages of the New York Times, at conference, public programs, and in various writings. He has also brought to question Jeffrey Epstein's death as well, saying it was not a suicide, it was a homicide. So knowing that, I think that he's not only qualified, but beyond qualified. And maybe I'm in the wrong niche here. Maybe I should get a little bit more into these conspiracy theories. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Because, I'm starting to see a lot of faults in a lot of these cases. And, without getting too much into it, I wanted to stick to one thing, so I'm not going to go off on that tangent. But what do you guys think? I mean, maybe I should cover a little bit more of these. I always steer free from them because I don't want to get shut down. But at the same time, I have so many questions, and I know you guys do too. And, most of my subscribers came from my Bob Saget videos. And maybe I do need to do a little bit more digging type cases, because people have questions, and I like to dig. I like to find, and I like to debunk as well. If I can prove with facts that this is not a conspiracy theory, it's just not, I would like to prove that. And if it is one, I want to find all the answers, and I want to expose it. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Aside from that, okay, I have learned that Kelly Rizzo, after just 3 months of mourning the death of her beloved husband, has now put the home up for sale and plans to move out this week. What do you guys think about that? She has basically said that she just needs to put everything behind her, and in order to get over Bob's untimely death, that selling his home and his belongings and moving out is the best way to do that. I mean, what the hell do you guys think about that one? A little bit sus, if I do say so myself. I do know that people sometimes, in order to move on, do have to kind of get out of that house, but they didn't really share that house together. The most of the talking that they did as a couple was like Skype. He had her on his podcast, and it seemed like he was just getting to know some things about her. Like he really didn't know much about her at all. So I have said a lot of my things in comments about what I feel about Miss Kelly Rizzo, and I think that, I'm not trying to slander her. I'm not trying to do anything like that. This is my opinion of her. I don't think that their marriage was a loving one, and I've said it a million times. I think it was a business deal. I think it was a cover, and that's why I'm not sure if she personally was involved in any of this, but she definitely is playing her role in the business deal by keeping whatever happened to him out of the public. That, or maybe she is responsible. Hey, I haven't completely put it out that it wasn't some freak accident, but that is maybe like the tiniest bit of 100% in my head to think that this was an accident. I don't believe it. I just don't. And if it was, we would have proof by now. We would not be here still questioning things. We would not have experts with 21,000 autopsies on their belt saying that this autopsy is bogus. So, and here, I will do the next autopsy, exhume the body. I will do it for you. Let's see what happened here. Let's start an investigation. Let's get some actual footage and some real shit so that we can actually investigate this case. It's not happening. All right, you guys. So I'm losing my voice a little bit, but oh my God, I'm so sorry. So that's all I have for you guys right now on the Bob Saget. I am going to keep looking in on this. Now, Dr. Cyril Wecht he goes and he speaks. So check him out. Check out some articles on him. He's going to start talking about Bob Saget more. And I think he's someone to listen to. And I personally don't know if we're ever going to get anywhere with this. The family has basically spoken. They have basically said, we're done. Seal it up. It's an accident. We don't owe the public shit. And we wash our hands of it. We're over it. Let him rest now. But in my opinion, how can someone rest in peace if they were killed? And I believe that he was killed. So that's why I do these videos. Like it, don't like it. It's whatever, it's opinion. So, if you guys liked what you see, if you learned something, if you agree, please hit that like button. It really does help me out, move through the algorithm, and so that this video can be seen by other people too, because let's face it, a lot of the things that I talk about need awareness spread about them. We have known a lot of this stuff about Bob Saget since February, when I first posted a video about his 8 injuries to his skull and how weird that was. And and I've been posting videos ever since about this. We've known about it. But there are people that are just now finding out that there's something suspicious here. And they're like, what? Why were we led to believe that this was an accident for all these months? And it's like, Anyway, all right. So I'm still sick and I'm still like I don't have a brain. It's like all this fluid in my head is just clouded my brain and my judgment. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you guys for your patience again. I have a Cassie Carly video that I will be filming as well and be getting that out. And hopefully we can find some answers in her case as well, because man, that's another guy I would just like to just knock right in the teeth. So talk to you guys later. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are notified of every upload that I put out. And YouTube does not always let subscribers know when a new video has been posted, because I have been posting videos. So anyway, I'm done. Have a great day. Have a great week. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.